President Donald Trump flew into a rage against both Fox News and the Wall Street Journal, both Murdoch-owned publications. On his platform,
Troth Sensial,
the MANGO Menace wrote, Rupert Murdoch has told me for years that he's going to get rid of his Fox News Trump-hating fake pollster, but he's never done so. This pollster has gotten me and MAGA wrong for years. And also, and while he's at it, he should start making changes at the China-loving Wall Street Journal. It sucks. Hey, do you know what else sucks? Your polling. Yeah, 100 days in, Donald Trump's approval rating, 44%. That's down 5 points from the previous month and 1 point lower than Trump's approval rating at the same point during his first term. It is also lower than the approval ratings for Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and, Joe Biden. Oh, Sleepy Joe. Imagine that.
Whoopsie.
Okay. Respondents, even Republicans, by the way, are feeling significantly less positive about the beginning of Trump's second term. 38% of respondents and 75% of Republicans said that they felt encouraged about the next 4 years, which is down actually from 45% and 84% respectively in 2017. So that's still a lot of Republicans that feel pretty positive about this, but it is falling. It is falling. It's almost like Donald Trump's first few months in office really haven't stoked any confidence about his leadership abilities. Gee, who'd have known? Now let's dive into some of the numbers further and see what issues people are specifically not happy about, because, you don't just get these low polling numbers for no reason. Well, the main issues is, and you're not going to be surprised about this, the economy, inflation, and tariffs. They received a 33% approval rating, which is likely to decrease. Why? Well, because last week, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell had been warning that Trump's sweeping reciprocal tariff policy would end up likely resulting in higher inflation, while, of course, earlier this week, the International Monetary Fund said that the president's, once again, reciprocal tariff policy would likely slow both global and domestic growth. Yeah, okay. Now, of course, when Powell pointed that out, Trump raged at him, too. Trump has publicly attacked Powell over the last several days, calling the Federal Reserve Chair a, quote, major loser whose termination cannot come soon enough. That said, on Tuesday, he ended up softening his stance after a, meeting with CEOs, funny enough, and said, I've got no intention of firing Powell. Okay. Now, advisors had also warned Trump that terminating the central bank chief would backfire legally and economically. Sources familiar with the matter told CNN. Okay, all right, sure. But it's not just the economy. I mean, yes, obviously that's super important. But what about foreign policy? Donald Trump said he was going to solve the war in Ukraine, right? He was going to solve it. He's going to fix it all, so don't worry about it. What happened? Well, obviously he did not. On Thursday, following some devastating attacks in Kyiv, he said, quote, I am not happy with the Russian strikes on Kyiv. Not necessary. Very bad timing. Vladimir, stop. 5,000 soldiers a week are dying. Yeah, that'll stop him. That'll definitely work. Begging a foreign dictator to stop bombing the country that he has invaded and trying to take over for himself. Yes, that'll work just great. Look, no wonder Donald Trump's underwater on foreign policy with a 40% approval rating, 54% disapproval rating. That said, there is one thing that Trump is still doing well on, and that is immigration. In fact, Trump received a record high approval rating on immigration, so much so that Fox and Friends really kind of focused almost exclusively on that.
New Fox polls show his border agenda is his highest marks. 55% are pleased with what he's doing at the border. I mean, it's historic. Nobody can argue with it. But only 28% say the economy is excellent or good. His approval, though, strong at 44%. right in the middle of where he was, but it's actually behind where Joe Biden was.
Trump's poll numbers, recent poll numbers, his performance on the border security are doing really well. 55% approval, only 40% disapprove. Most Americans agree with him. This is why he was elected, one of the reasons he was elected. And he's trying to keep our borders safe and closed.
Okay. No, most Americans actually do not agree with Donald Trump. Look, he was elected mostly because of the economy. Yes, did racism play a role? Obviously. His lies about immigrants. No, they're not eating the cats. They're not eating the dogs. All right. But I think his economic argument against undocumented immigrants actually played a larger role. And so, yes, because people are so misinformed about the issue, thanks to, of course, Fox News and right-wing media, they actually do believe that Donald Trump is doing a good job. I mean, when in reality, of course, what you have is his brown shirts at ICE that are kidnapping U.S. citizens off the street, because they look Hispanic. It's racial profiling. Okay, they shouldn't be kidnapping anybody off the street, whether you're legal or not. But that's just my humble opinion. Okay, I just generally do not believe that kidnapping people is a good thing. That said, that's really the only thing that Donald Trump is getting any good polling on. Everything else, by every single measure, points to the fact that his administration so far has been a complete disaster. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.